Is there something you wish?
Within the dream, Lorian's voice seems far away. Okay. Its huge crystal emanates a radiance that bathed the room with warmth.
I would have your attention for a moment.
How did you get here? How did you enter my dream?
I did not. It is you who dream of me. I am merely a product of your own mind.
So I'm merely imagining you.
Your mind is more powerful than you think, Prophet of the North. It reaches beyond your mortal shell and into the world around you. From the past it recalls memories, from the future visions of destiny, and from the present it gathers knowledge.
So you mean by speaking with your dream image, I gather knowledge from your mind?
Yes.
That is so. By speaking with me, you peer into the mind of the one called Kurlan.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. I have never been this in my own. I have never seen this in my own experiment. But then you are quite gifted.
So what knowledge do you have for me?
The first step in your training is to explore the landscape of your memory. There you shall find the events and the deeds that have shaped who you are today. Learn from them, but be aware.
Of what? Of what?
Beware of the things that hide within your own soul, Prophet of the North. Your subconscious mind already knows things that your conscious self still denies.
What things? What hides within my soul?
That I do not know. That only you can find out. Go now. You must explore your past.
What about
Is there
Larian?
something you wish?
Nothing. Let's go. Beyond this door, you are taken aback by a rush of memories beyond this door, but you're unable to view this companion's inventory. Okay, that was a good choice to switch inventory items. Sands of memory. You exit into a dream landscape. The desolate. The wind whispers your name. Let's follow where the hand points. Sandworm. The sandworm stands still as if out of respect. He's my only child. Sandfolk. They're fighting rage. Raging flames burst from the red-hot muzzle of this armored fiend.
ask you to follow me now.
I don't particularly care what they're doing. I thought there was no path forward there, so why bother with them? Ah, shit.
We have no choice.
Yeah.
They must be eliminated.
So you keep saying. Frankly, I haven't raced it in a while. Let's go fight it out then.
Let the earth take you!
You must fall for the greater good.
Larian is fucked.
Soleno Samaska! Ipu Soleno Samaska!
I will strike you down, or fall in the attempt. My weapons will do me no good. Surrender, or prepare to meet your end.
Defenses will crumble soon.
I will strike. My weapons will do me no good here.
Oh no, he has a ridiculous amount of damage resistance. Can I even resurrect the henchman? No. Honestly, I don't give two shits about it. He basically got cut to pieces against a nothing opponent. A sad pile of humanoid bones lay on the ground. A single ebony finger protrudes from among them, pointing north. The skeleton watches you with a suspicious gaze. As a slashing weapon, it has no chance of hurting me. Ahead, the elven sky ship gently floats above a bottomless chasm.
Well met.
So have you found what you've been searching for? No, Ethereal, I have not. Then all our lives, they have been wasted? No, that's not true. I have made much progress and have learned so much. Enough to warrant the death of my companions. See them here lying dead at your feet. Is your journey more valuable than the centuries that could have stretched before them?
That's a false equivalency.
I'm not responsible for their deaths. I did not bring about the storm which brought down your ship.
I also didn't fly into the storm like one some kind of a... Well, I actually don't know what are the capabilities of an airship. If it's just such a dangerous area to cross, couldn't you just make a detour?
Did you not? Was it not your dream which brought it upon us? My dream? Are you saying that by dreaming of a storm, I made the storm come? I know no more about such things than the clouds know of the wind that sweeps them across the sky. I'm sorry for your loss, Ethereal, but there is much at stake, perhaps the lives of thousands. Then your journey must continue, until its end and its beginning meet again. Come, let us take to the skies once again.
It's a fairly large area. I'm sort of curious, is there something even remotely interesting besides the airship? There were the dervishes and their camp here. I think that was the only thing of interest initially. Right. The dervishes are still there. Is there a reason why I would want to fight them though? Ooh, he has a elemental weapon. Well, the damage is so low that my regeneration can counter that. I'm not sure why in the hell would I want to fight against these though. Why were they hostile toward me? That was free experience, I suppose. That's a bad reason to fight to this fight. The statues on the other hand might be a good choice. You keep seeing this statue again and again, but whom does it depict? I'm going to the airship. The blood of innocence, well, it isn't exactly a surprise. This is really where it all started as far as we're concerned. Norrenshire. In the distance you hear the sound of battle.
Evil shall never triumph! And honor!
I have no chance against them. There's these situations where I'm glad I bought the belt. Because they do a decent amount of damage. 10 plus with each strike, or each hit rather. Yeah, critical hits can go through it. So without it, this could be a serious situation. With it, this is just a waste of time. I suppose I'll get a little bit of experience out of it. 19 points per night.
Evil shall never triumph! Go before me! Evil shall never triumph! Evil shall never triumph!
This Meridoc, your old friend, his eyes filled with tears. He seems to be speaking, but no words come from his mouth.
For justice and honor! For
Maybe I don't even need to fight against these, or I could talk to Meridoc to have him aid us. My talent is indeed powerful. Apparently it reveals not just the past and the future, but can extend into the minds of those around me. If I enter into a state of lucid dreaming while in someone's presence, they may appear within my dream and can be persuaded to reveal information that their waking mind may not willingly surrender. Many secrets may become known to me through this method, although it is still far from under my control. Not much I can do. Rather, not much that is worth doing. Because there's really no threat against these. They're troublesome because they're fighters.
For justice!
Yeah.
They are dead. They are all dead.
I'm so sorry, Meridoc. I'm sorry about everything that has happened.
Please, Anya, make it not be so. Please dream of Norrenshire again as it was. Please dream of it alive and filled with song.
But dreaming of it will not make it real, Meridoc.
Maybe it will. Maybe if you dream of it, it will be real. Please try.
His voice sounds thin, about to break. Okay, Meridoc, I will try.
Oh, thank you, Anya. Thank you.
I mean, I don't know if I can. I don't see why I could, but just this is there. This is supposed to be a learning experience about dreams. He looks down, tears flowing through his face. Your hand on his shoulder.
It is my fault. It's all my fault.
Your fault? Why do you say that?
It is I who led you here. If I hadn't left home, if I hadn't met you in that inn, then you never would have come to Northamptonshire.
So?
So you never would have seen the massacre, and never would have traveled to the Tower of the Prophet King, and so he couldn't have used that trap on you. He would have had to come up with something else, and so he would not have ordered the murder of my people.
The problem with this is this is unreasonable. It's stretching faults, or the meaning of fault, to such an extent that it becomes totally worthless as a concept. This is just his guilt, basically speaking. That doesn't make sense, Meridoc. Well, it does make sense, but it's not because of the logic.
And so if I hadn't left Northamptonshire in search of adventure, all of my kin would still be alive.
I don't think so. No, Meridoc. It is not your fault that Northamptonshire was attacked. Blame lies only with Uther Palandras.
But was he not only trying to prevent a greater tragedy? Was he not trying to save the world?
He should have come up with a different plan. You cannot save the world by killing the innocent. That's a stupid argument. I agree the first part, that he should have come up with a different plan. I still feel basically that any kind of a mystery, real mystery, would have sufficed. I don't get where the massacre part comes in. Why did it have to be a massacre? It makes no sense. I still don't know what he was trying to prevent. I still don't understand what all this is about. I don't think. He should have come up with a different plan.
It was punishment. Punishment for my vanity, which brought ruin upon my king. I thirst for adventure and for sticking my nose where it does not belong.
I cannot believe that.
I should never have left.
Meridoc. All hope fades from his face. Moments later he himself begins to fade. Meridoc? Sorrow. So much sorrow. He could be troublesome.
Okay.
I'm cursed. Doesn't particularly matter. I can get rid of the curse. Sure, you're supposed to fight this, but I killed hatred. I might as well kill sorrow too. Jesus fuck, I'm not doing anything. The elemental damage, the only thing that goes through. So now you're some kind of a martial art fighter. I think that's a monster, basically. It doesn't make sense if it's a alteration of a player character. But it makes sense if it's some kind of a undead creature, for example. I was wondering, could you heal Sorrow? But I've already beaten him to injured conditions. I don't want to start testing now. Okay, he should be at half health more or less about now. Ah, he regenerates. Oh, that's why he's troublesome. He blocks most of my damage, at the same time regenerates, so... He's not particularly tough. Just a nasty combination of circumstances. He's still dead, he has no chance against me, but... Unless I can get better hits, this is gonna take forever. It's all about the elemental damage, nothing else does anything to him. Still, there's only one end result to this. I'm uninjured, he's near death. He used Stunning Fist, so technically he is a monk. Quivering Palm, that's instant death if it hits. Other fucking knockdown. Come on. Need better hits. If I do 1 point of damage, it's basically healed by the time I do another hit. Need better hits. Okay, now it's starting to look good. Oh no. I wonder if this is equally crash prone as the previous time we were somewhere here. Once again you look upon the lonely tower of the prophet. Well, it's the same map. You feel a terrible chill, the wind? Or is it the fear of the knowledge that awaits you? I wonder if the cave here still exists. What possible revelation can they throw my way at this point? I don't see them having any real big revelations left that they could take advantage of.
Well met.
State your business.
I'm here to speak with King Uther Palandras.
The Earl Lord speaks with no one.
He will wish to speak with me.
Who are you?
I'm the one he is searching for. The bright eyes within the visor regard you for a moment.
You may enter.
I bid you hello.
My greetings, Lord Palandras.
Come closer, so that I can know your face.
Why? You notice that his pupils are white, covered with cataract. You are blind.
Yes, after all these years, the inner side is all that I have left.
And why do you stand here upon this tower?
Because I can still feel the wind on my face. I can still hear the distant sound of waterfalls. These things give me comfort.
I must speak with you, my lord.
Come closer, I must know your face.
Leaning close to his outstretched hand. The king runs his hand over your face, as if he is memorizing its every curve.
What is it you wish to ask of me?
What did you see within your dreams? What is the century of sorrow?
It is the final hour of this world, the death throes of creation, the dark omen of the end of days.
You mean the end of the world?
Yes.
Please explain.
For thousands of years, prophets have looked into the future, gazing forward to the fates that await us. And among the most skilled, all of them have seen the same thing.
What have they seen?
A cliff, an edge to time itself, and beyond it nothing, no more future to be seen, the final chapter of all our dreams.
So prophets have known about this for ages.
Only some, only the most talented among us, and those of us who have seen it we have kept that knowledge from the world.
Why?
Because to look beyond the edge is to shut one's eyes to hope, and we need hope. We need it to struggle against that which is to come.
So what is to come? What will happen before the end of days?
A great darkness shall sweep the land. Old balances will crumble, and broken shall be the chains that for 1,000 ages have held ancient hatreds in check.
What hatreds? What balances? Are you saying there will be war?
There will be a war such as never seen before. No alliance shall stand against it. No honor will survive it. Even the faith of the devout shall wither and die when faced with its horror.
And who will fight this war?
In time all shall be swept within it. Allies will become enemies. Brothers will battle brothers. In time trust and hope shall be banished from the world.
But how will it come to pass? What will be the cause of all this?
The words of the prophet shall unmake history. So it is written.
What words?
And so the world shall be destroyed by the very means that created it.
But how? You must tell me.
For 7 years I have searched for that answer. So many hours I have spent in meditation, searching the landscape of dreams for the one who carries the fate of the world in his hands, and all I know is that he shares my sight.
Yes, and the prophet has seen what you have done. You are a murderer.
Murderer?
Yeah, I'm basically giving him the idea. Yes, you have destroyed Norrenshire. You slaughtered the innocent so that the prophet would see it and come to you, so that she would fall into your trap. Suddenly his face goes pale.
Norrenshire? So that is the name.
You remember now, don't you?
So that is what I have seen in my nightmares. It was not my dream that I witnessed, but the dream of the Unmaker, of course. It was he who watched the death of the innocents, not I. It was he who saw the vision. 200 years from now, this vision that would bring him here.
But it was you who committed the crime. It was you who murdered the innocents.
So that the Unmaker would fall into my trap. Yes, it all makes sense now. Norrenshire.
A chill runs down your spine.
It all makes sense. I thank you, stranger. You have helped me to understand.
What did I help you understand? Wrong option. Wait a moment. By the gods!
That is how I shall find him. I shall create for him a future to see. A future which will bring him forth out of the shadows and into my grasp.
Are we sharing this dream? Are we communicating across the centuries?
There is only one dream.
Oh gods.
Greetings.
Greetings. Welcome back, Anya. That certainly was an interesting dream.
It was a nightmare.
Mother of all.
I can't believe what you did. You told him.
It's just a dream.
After all you have seen, you still believe your dreams are just that? Dreams? You told him of Norrenshire.
Now what if I did? It was just a figment of my imagination.
Are you so sure? Are you sure that it wasn't his mind reaching out across the centuries?
Master Quran, what do you know of this?
What are you referring to?
Is it possible for two people to share the same dream?
Yes.
Yes, just as we can meet in the waking world, so we can meet in the world of dreams.
And can two people who lived centuries apart meet in this manner?
Time has no meaning within the world of dreams. That is the nature of the prophetic side.
Then it is true. I really have done it. I have brought destruction upon Norrenshire.
Yes, that is so.
But it was Uther Palandras who committed the murders. It was his will that slaughtered the halflings.
But if it weren't for you, then he would never have ordered that terrible deed.
I didn't know.
Well, it is too late now. Too late for regrets.
In anger he falls silent. Larian!
Excuse me, what is Norrenshire?
I don't want to say any more about this.
If you want me to help you, then you must cooperate and answer my questions.
Norrenshire was a halfling township destroyed by Uther Palandras.
Destroyed? Why?
So that I would see it. So that I would fall into the Prophet King's trap.
But you escaped, it seems.
Yes, and it seems my destiny still lies before me.
Indeed. So what now? What have I learned from this nightmare? Many things. Many things. For example, it seems that when you dream, you can peer into the minds of others, of those near you, it is. It is what? It is wondrous, but also disturbing. I would ask that you do not use this power to explore my mind. Yet you feel no hesitation looking into my dream. You have a point, I suppose. Nevertheless, I prefer if you do not delve into my subconscious. Very well, I will be respectful. I thank you. Let me ask you something, though. What is it? Do I need to be in a state of lucid dreaming to peer into someone's mind?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. Otherwise, you have no real control over what makes itself known to you. How close do I need to be to someone when I'm dreaming? Well, if you can basically cross vast distances and time, I don't see how that is in any way relevant. Well, I don't really know, perhaps just a few feet, but I do not believe that all minds will be open to your side. So how will I know whose minds I can peer into? My guess is that you will know simply by speaking with them. The voice is a window into the soul, though if you should be able to sense whether someone's fate is near enough to be to the surface of perception for your sight to witness it. I see. You have taken your first step into a larger world, beyond this facade that fools call reality. He waves his hand around the room. There lies a landscape more wondrous than mortals can imagine. Most of us can only glimpse the smallest sliver of that landscape, while you can explore it all. But only into the past? How can I explore the future? I must confess, I do not know. I have so far only managed to use the somnoscope to explore the past. There must be a way.
Yes.
Indeed there must be. He furrows his brow. The weavers are capable of it, as was the prophet king and other prophets before him. I shall have to think on this. Is there a way I can help? Well, you have already helped. I have seen the clarity of your dreamscape, the way it touches reality both past and present. It has given my much to ponder. I must return to my library. I'm sure a clue lies within. Then what should I do in the meantime? Well, you can try practicing your talent. Here, take these. Dream serum? Yes, I believe that if you drink some and then rest yourself while in the presence of others, you may be able to peer into their minds, their past and future. Perhaps there is something you can learn from them. It's a good idea. I will try it. Excellent. I wish you good luck. Very well then. I will leave you to your studies, Master Kuratan. I will return shortly to see what you learned.
Fare thee well.
I should consider using the lucid dreaming ability in an attempt to peer into the minds of those around me. Kuratan said that if I concentrate while someone's presence, and I will become aware of their fate is ready to open, if their fate is ready to open to me. Then, if I drink the serum and rest nearby, I will be able to draw secrets from their past or future. It's a dangerous power that I dabble with. So, who exactly do I need to draw this from? To talk with him.
Is there something you wish?
I'm not gonna try to peer into Larian's mind. But we need to talk about this. advice. What is your opinion? Do you believe that our destinies are truly predetermined? I don't know, my friend. It doesn't seem possible. Each step I take, each word I speak, they feel as my own, not part of some great pre-made sculpture. And all of the visions I have seen have so far come true. Does that not mean that the future is set in stone? Perhaps, but your visions leave much that is unknown. Perhaps free will can still reside within the spaces unseen in the dreams of prophets. Perhaps. Maybe right, Larry. Yes, let us hope, for a life without free will is not one worth living. Let us hope. I do not wish to speak of this anymore. The topic disturbs me. Very well, let's keep going then. We need to find someone of interest that might be able to help us. I'm becoming increasingly skeptical of if we can
have no choice.
maintain
They
Larian
must
in
be
the
eliminated.
fold. Because even a character like Kuratan probably will basically stick with us no matter what. Because he truly believes that there's no choice anyway, that it'll come to pass no matter what. Larian does not, which means if the cost becomes too great, he will also take action to try to steer things to another direction. So it'll basically work against me. Needs a something related to Dreamweavers. That's a must.
Well met.
Greetings, brother. Just wanted to say hello. 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 Bye. Oh. Dialogue options we have there sort of underline another thing though. This is so clearly not a role-playing game or an adventure. It's a story someone wants to tell. You don't really have a lot of options to decide your route. You're just reading the dialogue. It makes more sense of why the writer of this module wants you to take a certain type of character, because while initially it didn't seem to make that much of a difference, now I think it's starting to make a difference. If you would have a very different type of character, it's really hard to see it fitting that dialogue. It's a stretch even for our character, and I followed the recommended character design. Anything new?
Greetings!
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
What can you tell me about ammo then? It looks at the passing guard. Wait for the guard to move away. The guard doesn't seem to... Please move away.
Greetings to you.
Well, I'm not supposed to say. Go on, don't worry. No, I better not talk. I don't want my tongue cut off like... Like who? Oh, never mind. I don't want to talk about this. Very well, I won't press. Can I ask you something else? Hesitation is the old answer I really need. How about the chantry? Oh, that is the most wondrous place, so I've heard. It is said that the weavers can see all of creation, all in a single glance. How would I get an audience with them? Well, you can. I'm afraid the chantry is closed, you see. Why? Yes, closed by the will of the Caliph, the great Amhotep. Why? You shouldn't ask us such questions, stranger. It is best. Fine. There has to be someone who's willing to talk.
Greetings. Fare you
Or
well.
someone who I can use the vision on. The child probably doesn't know shit.
Yes, I greet you.
Khalid. Is he a just ruler? How can a simple man like me be the judge of his justice? Do you agree with his laws? Careful, my friend. Do not speak thus. It is not our place to agree or to disagree, only to obey. I think I understand. But, how would I obtain an audience with him?
Without question.
Right.
No.
Is he a good man? A good? He is not a man and above our sense of morality. If he is not a man, then what is he? He is an immortal, closer to the gods than the likes of you and me. The water flows by his will alone. Right. This is the same... Fuck.
Without...
Nothing new. Can't see anything different either. So, are we stuck again?
Well, hello there.
What can I do for you?
I don't think I have anything to sell. Don't really have anything to buy either. Surely there should be more clues what to do. Deputy Captain of the Guard. I mean, I just want basically anyone who's somehow different from our standard.
What do you want?
Standard NPC. It's all the same. Oh, actually, there were some shopkeepers here. The one who doesn't want to deal with elves.
Can I help you?
No. Okay, we have Bar Salvador's beings. That's pretty much it. Then we'll have to go to High Court. We could check the sewers, but I don't see how that would help. It'll just lead us to High Court.
Back again?
Can you tell me of Heresars?
Oh, yes. Heresars are curious to you.
Yes, do you know anything about them?
Indeed I do. Indeed. And I will tell you just a little.
Please do. Shuffles over to a dusty bookshelf. Travel away, my good man. Takes out a book and runs his hand along its surface.
Yes, here it is. Read this, then return to me and tell me what you learn.
History of Heres. Well, at least it's something new. Since we don't really know what leads us forward, we might as well deal with this. This book is a brief work on the topic of Heres, an ancient settlement built into the cliffs of the Targonar. The city of Harathum partially rests upon its ruins. Maybe the sewers have a connection to the ruins. According to the book, Heres was built by a tribe of men known as the Heresars, who were banished from the northern kingdoms by the ancient kings. The Heresars were forced to flee into the Amdabar, where for many years they wandered the seas of sand, finding only starvation and death. Finally, they came upon the great rock formation now called the Targonar. There they found shelter from the relentless sun and a source of water provided by the sacred wellspring. They built a city within the cliffs, in which they flourished for 300 years. Little is known about their civilization, for it seems to have vanished without a trace for reasons shrouded in mystery. There is little agreement among scholars as to the disappearance of the Heresars, but three theories are most prominent. The first suggests that they died of thirst when the wellspring ceased to provide water for a period of 6 months. The second theory suggests that they were exterminated by a great plague of scorpions which swept across the desert. Final theory suggests that they were not destroyed at all, but rather passed into another existence through the practice of great arcane magic. A variety of other theories have also been put forward, but most of them are too far-fetched to warrant serious consideration. When the Akabari came upon the Thargonar many years ago, they found the remnants of Heres, filled only with echoes. The ancient ruins were leveled and a new, much larger city built on their site. Some believe that much of Heres still lies buried within the great rock, and for many years explorers have traveled the cliffs to seek treasure buried in ancient crypts. In recent decades, however, exploration of the Thargonar has been limited, and research on Heres strictly forbidden to all but the Crimson Sages. Even the possession of this book may be questioned by authorities, which leads to think that there's some credibility to these things. Something important they're hiding.
Greetings!
So, you have read the book?
I have. Do you know why the Heresars disappeared?
Wrong question. Ask me another.
Why did the Heresars come to the desert? Why were they banished by the ancient kings?
Ah, yes. That is the right question. Very good.
So what is the answer?
The book is a lie. The Heresars were hated, yes, but not banished. They came of their own choice, for a purpose, yes.
And what was this purpose?
That I will not tell. Not yet. Suffice to say, they did not wander the desert for shelter. They came to this place for a reason.
Why would they came for the wellspring? They can find water everywhere. Well, you can... It could be for a couple of reasons. But if we're talking about the... If we're thinking in a similar line of fashion as with Uther Palandras, maybe they came here because they knew that I would come here one day. So they basically came in preparation. Or basically do something in relation to this. So similar to Uther, they didn't have a full view of things, but they knew for a fact that someone is going to come here, or something is going to happen here. So they were basically just moved here and started waiting or preparing for it. The wellspring?
Yes, yes, but then no. There is power here, you see. Ask me of the Thargonar.
Tell me about the Targanar.
How did it form? How did it grow from the sand? Ask me this.
Fine, how did it grow from the sand? It's hard to me to basically figure out these type of questions because I haven't visually seen this Targanar at any point. So just because it's a little bit description, like a horn from the sand, I didn't take that literally. More like it's some kind of a natural formation of rock, and that's it.
It did not. It did not grow from the sand. It was here long before the desert. The sand is the corpse of the land which existed here eons ago. All that land collapsed into dust, all but the Thargonar.
Why did the Thargonar remain?
It is special. It holds power that protected it from the cataclysm. The wellspring is but one aspect of this.
What is this power?
It is a thing which resides within the rock, a thing that resists. It resists all things, all things.
What do you mean?
It resists all things, time, even fate.
What is it that resides within the rock?
A mystery, oh yes, the very essence of mystery.
What do you know about it?
Only what is written between hieroglyphs, the texture of the stone, patterns, scratches that seem random to the careless eyes.
But you saw something in those patterns.
Yes, a pattern within the pattern, wheels within wheels, plans within plans.
Tell me.
The Heresars learned something long ago, some knowledge so very important, something they hid within their vaulted archives, shut away from the world, and all of it, all pointed here to the Thargonar.
To the thing that lies within the rock.
Yes, but not I, not even my Per Silvador knows what it is. They have hidden their knowledge well, the Heresars. It will not be known again for many years.
Then why are you telling me this?
Because you asked. You wanted to know about the Heresars, but you cannot. Their secrets are much too well kept, locked away within astral vaults of time. You will have to be patient. Yes, as patient as I.
I can be a patient woman.
Yes, long is the elven lifespan, my friend. But is it long enough to see the withering of time itself? No, I think not.
And you expect to see it?
I have my ways. I have my ways. Now, enough of this talk. I have other things to attend to.
I'm sort of debating about buying a couple of spell scrolls. The reason is that I might get a wizard level at some point, and these sellers aren't that frequently met. So certain key spells wouldn't actually weigh all that much, and they wouldn't take a lot of room. Basically 4th level. Firebrand is a one. Ooh, that's 5th. Eward's Black Tentacles, somewhat useful against casters, I think. No spell resistance. Flame arrow. Yeah, this is what I was. Ooh, actually, I could take this now. Oh, it's not that expensive either. I don't want to be in the situation as I was with the breach spell, but basically that I assumed that it's going to be available always, so I didn't see any reason to buy it. And now I am without the spell, so no good. Polymorph Cell. Caster is able to turn himself into one of the following. I don't see how these are particularly useful though. Right, so I think that's enough. And it didn't cost us too much. Ah, shit. Maybe I should start using this Ring of Wizardry. Yeah, the regeneration isn't that important. Right, so what is? Nothing here is particularly important. The expeditious retreat could be useful at some point, but True Strike. What do we want? I think I'll take another flame weapon. Surprisingly useful. Haste Fireball. Visibility Sphere. Fireball is sort of sucky at this point. And we have Fireball Wand, so I'm thinking I'll take Pine Trap. Fourth level spell. 5th level spell. I don't think I can learn these. I could take a 4th level Steel spell, right, because that's available to me. We could basically cast this while we are we're using the shield without having any spell failure. So at least that's something. Just making sure that I can't learn those. I'm like 99% sure I can. Does this allow us to make progress? At least there's another angle where we could gather new information about.
What do you want?
There is the forward district, but there's no. It's closed because some kind of a rebellion, I guess. Go quickly visit the Weaver's compound. I want to see if there's any kind of reaction. Then I'll need to visit the other 2 sites. Maybe implant the idea of allowing me to meet the king. Can't even interact with the gates. Plans within plans. I have to say, even though I have seen more and more evidence that the future in this game world is basically set in stone, I'm becoming more and more sort of suspicious about what's going on. The fact that I gave Norrenshire to Palandras makes me think that I question more and more about his vision. It's not that, it's mainly basically that is it that easy to really influence? And if time is totally meaningless, distance is totally meaningless. So this could be very complicated web of plans, but for what? It still doesn't explain the no one sees the future thing. Or rather, that could be different. I mean, there are a lot of reasons why you might not be seeing the future as a prophet. Simply because it might not be predictable. You don't see the future. But that's not quite the case. They seem to be dreams about the countless unborn, so it seems to be more that it is some kind of end of the world kind of thing.
Yes. Unto. Yes.
Yes. Can't do anything with this guy. So what exactly am I supposed to do? More or less, I think at least that I need physical access to the Weaver, so that would be I need to basically convince the king somehow to allow me to see them. That's the only way I see this moving forward. Impaled human head. His once noble face now wears the gruesome mask of death. The eye sockets are bloodied and empty, the ravens that have already plucked the nectar out.
What do you want?
Ah, you can just enter there. Okay. Meeting with a king might be a more complicated issue. I think I need to meet him. Servile. This creature appears vaguely human, although its face seems to have been either terribly deformed or brutally mutilated. Creature bows, says nothing. Who are you? It looks at you, apparently waiting for something. What are you waiting for? It covers, expecting to be hit. Don't be scared, I'm not going to hurt you. Boss again, looking relieved. Go on with whatever you were doing. Paro. This man has narrow eyes that watch you with suspicion. Bedouin. Fearsome Bedouin are the personal guards of the Caliph Amhotep. They wear an iron mask that is fused to their faces, giving them a frightening and merciless expression. And there's an assistant.
I greet you.
What is your reason for entering the citadel of the great Caliph Amhotep?
I wish audience with the Caliph.
And what is your name?
I'm Ania Melimian.
Let me consult the register.
Please do. Hurriedly looks through some papers.
Melimian, no, I'm afraid it isn't here.
There's no reason why my name should be there.
Then begone. The great Caliph Amhotep does not grant audience to common folk.
What do I need to do to speak with him?
Bring a suitable tribute, and we shall talk.
And what would that be?
The sum of 1,000 golden pieces should suffice.
I have that here, and I wish to offer it as tribute.
Is this an acceptable gift, servant? Write this woman's name in the register. Yes, sir. You may enter.
Thank you. Bedouin silently walks to the gate behind Farron. Audience chamber. Right. I want to check this chamber first. What is this? Shrug? Gigantic chess game. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I greet you.
I was afraid I would have to pay 1,000 gold for every time I want to visit this place. Right, we basically have to come out of this place with something solid, otherwise we're screwed.
What do you want?
I want an audience with the Caliph.
Know, Pashkun, that you enter into the presence of the magnificent Amhotep. Be humble before his eyes.
I shall obey.
You shall step forward under the ruled circle at the end of the audience floor. There you shall bow before him in silence. Not a word shall you speak until the great Caliph addresses you. And when he does, you shall avert your eyes downward.
I understand.
You shall not step beyond the audience floor. You shall not approach the visage of the great Caliph. When he dismisses you, you shall leave immediately, but never, never will you turn your back upon his greatness. When you leave, you will walk backwards until you pass the gate. I will do so. Know that if you do not, then his justice shall be swift and terrible. Now enter into the presence of the magnificent Amhotep. Be humble before his eyes.
Stand your ground, friends.
I will attempt it.
Manually directing your character might be a good idea. How do you walk in this fucking game? In the distance you see what appears. There's a way to walk in this game, even manually, but as a giant man seated upon a throne, he does not move.
Identify yourself.
My name is Ania Melinian. I humbly beg your audience, great Amhotep. Bow and worship before me, mortal.
Fall on your knees before the statue.
Rise now and show your face. Yes, your highness. Well, do it.
You need to remove your helmet or hood.
What manner of fiend is this that comes before me? I am Elven, your majesty. Indeed. Nevertheless, the mighty Amhotep will endure your presence. You are truly magnanimous. Magnanimous. Speak.
Try to sense his mind. You sense nothing.
Your Majesty, I have come from far away to seek wisdom in your city. I have come to speak with the Dreamweavers.
I don't like my options here in general. Ask some questions of your majesty. Yeah, that's not gonna go down well. My lord, I have come to offer you my services. Might go down well, but I'm not sure I want to do that. Everything I see makes me think that I would not match well with this ruler.
None may speak with the Weavers. I have so decreed. I have been told of this, and yet I beg you, great Amhotep, hear my tale, hear my reason, and perhaps, in your wisdom, you will grant me passage into the chantry.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I have been told this, but perhaps I can convince you to grant me passage in exchange for my services. Because he seems to fear prophets, and if I fucking tell him that I'm a prophet, that's gonna be a problem, isn't it? I'll choose it anyway, see where it goes, see what options we have. Maybe we can hide the fact that we're a puppet. I think that's the stupidest fucking thing to say to this guy, but...
We shall see. Begin, but make it brief, for I have no time for such trifles as you.
Okay, we basically have two options. Either say I have visions, or say that I've heard whispers about such things. I have heard rumors, my lord. Whispers of a coming doom.
What doom? I have no time to listen to rumors.
Dreamweavers no more, but maybe it would be better to emphasize that it's a threat to the kingdom. Because he isn't gonna give two shits about some vague doom threats. But if he has some personal attachment to it, then he might. But your majesty, this doom threatens your city. It perhaps threatens this entire kingdom.
You are a fool and you waste my time.
But your magnificence, you must listen. Yeah, I don't think you should tell a guy like this he has to do anything.
Silence! You do not dare tell me what I must or must not do.
Yeah, and this is what I mean when I say that this is written for a very specific type of character. Like, he has some intelligence, but he's a... Well, in some ways actually it's appropriate. Like, the least charismatic and the stupidest piece of shit imaginable. But we have negative charisma and wisdom, so in that sense it's actually very appropriate. We have below average wisdom and charisma. Yeah, maybe I'm complaining about nothing. But it's well written for my character, put it that way. Please, what I say is of the greatest importance.
Why should I listen to the likes of you?
I don't want to say I have to keep the prophecy. I really don't, not to him. He's closed them in the fucking building for centuries, no, decades. Because he fears them so much. Well, maybe he's gonna throw me in there too, so that might work out, but I have my doubts. Revealing that I had the gift of prophecy is too big of a risk. It's basically my last resort. I think that's the only path that might lead forward with Amhotep, but I'm not taking it. At least not now. Yes, you are very wise.
Indeed I am wise, but I have not time to waste with chatter. Tell me what you know quickly before I change my mind.
I have heard a prophecy of a century of sorrow. Have you heard this phrase?
I have.
What is the century of sorrow?
It is an ancient myth spoken long ago among the Heresars.
Who were the Heresars? I know what Heresars were.
Pashkun fool! Know you nothing of history?
Please, wise Amhotep, enlighten your humble servant.
The Heresars were a fallen race of men. banished from their northern homes. They came to this place to die long before the founding of Erathanum. Speak with the Crimson Sages if you wish to learn more. I have no time to be your mentor.
But what did these Erazars say about the Century of Sorrow?
It is a myth, Pashkun, a bright tale once told to children whose bones have long ago crumbled into sand.
Please, wise one, tell me this tale.
They said the Century of Sorrow is the death throes of history, the dying gasp of the universe. According to the seers of Heres, it should have happened thousands of years ago, but it has not, and so their seers were fools.
Interesting. But something did happen here to form the desert in the first place. Things like that. Yeah, again, the whole picture gets more complicated. Is that right?
Of course it is right. The great Amhothet is never wrong. Now be gone, for I have no more patience for fools.
Yes, Your Majesty. Leave careful to avoid turning your back to the statue. Use S key to walk back. Actually, I'll save here.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Maybe we can talk with the dream guy again. I'll go visit the Crimson Sages though. There might be people there I can basically tap into their dreams. What about you, Mr. Servile? Speak! With covers expecting to be hit now. I think we could do something with him. Maybe a distraction? I don't want to start anything now. I suppose this is a bit troublesome. The problem is this has now this has for some time now been basically me trying to just desperately figure out something to do in this game. Basically figure out how the solution was programmed into the module. This is a nasty position to be in. Never want to really be in this position.
Hello.
We do have the sewers to take a look at if we really want to. Okay. Maybe we can make more precise questions now that we know more.
Hello to you.
Herazars.
Farewell.
I think we've squeezed everything we can out of him. The wizard probably can't offer anything
Hello.
new. Do you know something called the Century of Sorrow?
Ah, that is a very old tale, nearly forgotten.
Please tell me this tale.
It was spoken by the seers of ancient Heres. They said that a century of sorrow and pain would descend upon the lands, heralding the end of existence itself.
And what will bring it about?
It is not known, but it is irrelevant.
Why?
Because the seers of Heres were mistaken. According to their work, the century of sorrow was to have happened many thousands of years ago, long before even the Uruk-Ten dynasty. It was a false prophecy.
So it was false.
And where have you heard of this century of sorrow? Not many live who know this tale.
Never mind that. Let me ask you something else.
No, you have already taken up too much of my time. Away with you.
Problem with all these is that we don't actually have the people themselves who prophesied it to discuss these things. We have people who live maybe thousands or more years after them, so we don't exactly have reliable sources no matter how you look at things. Fuck. I think we're at a position where we start to stick our noses in the places where we might usually not want to stick them. Nothing to see here, Mr. Guard.
Stand your ground, friends.
I will attempt it.
Some black crates, chest barrels, crates. We want to go there anyway. I guess our best choice. I think we basically have two options. We either side with the ruler of this kingdom, or we need to contact somehow get in contact with the rebels. I think those are our options. We need to basically get access to the levers. Physical access is blocked, and there's no way to get through that. There was the blocked room in the palace, though, or citadel. That might also be an option. I mean, we need some kind of solution to this. I'll go talk with Master Kurathon. I haven't visited the inn yet, though. Ah, yeah, I'm 11. Forgot about that.
I greet you. Farewell.
I could pay for access in the common room, but I'm not sure what that really help. Unless one of the common room people somehow is related to these events. It would only cost like a single gold piece, so it's not like we can afford it. Etched and oiled? Alright. As far as I can see, there's no way to actually remove the boards that block the door. I don't think I can get in there no matter what I do. Talk to the guard again. Ooh, this might be a sewer access. Could it go to this section
What
of
do
the
you want?
Forward district? Right. Do I have to go back into the fucking desert to talk to people? These have something for me to do.
Greetings.
Have you figured out how I can explore the future within my dreams?
I'm afraid not. This matter is most difficult and requires further study.
Then I will leave you to it.
Fare thee well.
Yeah, shit. Okay, as far as I can see, we need to make a choice. Are we going to go back to talk with the rebel group we met at the start of the fucking desert section, or are we going to just talk to the king and say, could we do some trade some services? Then we're cool. But he's a brutal dictator. I can already guess what we have to do, more or less, and my character would not be okay in doing that. I'm just wondering, am I missing some option? If I am, I don't know what it would be. Well, the sewers, I suppose. At least it's worth checking out, I think. Because if sewer section is in this district too, we might be opening up new options for us. I think that's pretty much the last ditch effort. I'll end here. So I'm not sure if I want to take it. It's there, it probably is there, and not a well. Let's take a look. I'll end it at the near the sewer entrance. If it doesn't lead anywhere but to the High Court district, I think I'll just head back to the desert to talk with the people there. There might be other ways, but every time I talk to these people here, I don't really get anything out of them. It seems like everyone hates the ruler, but also at the same time they fear the ruler enough that they are not gonna take any action. So it's sort of pointless. Loosely nailed, this wooden crate appears intended for temporary storage. Shit.
You must fall for the greater good.
And a miss. The bars on this crate have been bent back, allowing just enough space for you to peek through. It's dark, you get the sense of a large chamber flooded with water. Something slithers down there. Yeah, not looking forward to this.